Yo! CH the Great. It's the truth with proof. The truth with proof, the truth with proof. If you nice with the sports, then he swooping through. He gon' highlight you. Ain't nobody live like us, fly like us. We gon' find you, put the city behind you. Let us know you got skills, we gon' be at a game. In the Northwest, we reppin' the city where it rain. Like, look, y'all, stats is up. We bout to crush y'all, whether b-ball or football. Good luck, dog. Take an L when you come against us. Shooting threes in your face, you bout to get crushed. You win some, you lose some. It's the truth with proof, where you getting your news from. Yeah, and we back on, streaming live every Tuesday, converge the platform. It's the truth with proof, the truth with proof. It's the truth with proof, the truth with proof. Hold up.
What's going on, family? It's the Truth with Proof show, and I'm your host, your main man, Proofing the Play. I welcome everybody to the Truth with Proof show. Man, it's been an exciting weekend, and I got to tell you all about it, and it's some real greatness that's on the show today. But I have to tell you, first, big shout out to the Live Lions. We did a photo shoot at the Mariners State T-Mobile Park, and I was happy to be a part of it. I've been able to shoot the Mariners for about this season, and our whole crew that's taking pictures and everything. I just want to give a big shout out to them. Shout out to Bird's Eye and Matthew and Live Lions. You know, you live in life, and you're definitely an inspiration. So I appreciate all of these you do as far as helping me get better at shooting. I'm shooting the Mariners, y'all. I can't get enough of it. Just being able to do that and being able to say I did it. So I get to shoot Julio Rodriguez's, rookie year, and he got that moolah when he, and it seemed like every time I go, he hits a homer. So I appreciate every moment in time, I guess, that I can get better at what I like to do, what I love to do. So yeah, big shout out to Liv Lyons, man. She's a living legend. So I got to give her kudos while we can. I seen a lot of high school football, and when I tell you about this, well, he's not no guest, okay? He's like partner in crime or something, like a co-host, because the roundup's coming real soon, and we've been watching a lot of football. I'm telling you, a lot of football. We've been watching a lot, and I got to tell you, first off, let me introduce him. Shay, how you feel, baby?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, you know it. Hey, so I have to say, we've been watching a lot of football, since the beginning of the season.
Have, for sure.
And I think we've seen a lot of great football. And there's some great inner city teams that we've been watching. And I think, I can't really pinpoint who's going to win the division, but I can definitely say it's going to be exciting to see who does. That's for sure. But tell me how you feel about this season, man.
Right now, I've been scoping it out. We went to the Garfield Lake Stevens game, saw the Beach and Seattle Prep game. Those are pretty two, interesting games to watch because, it's just the first game for everybody for the most part, or the second for Seattle Prep and Rainier Beach. But I think I'm interested to see how the teams progress throughout the season. So it's cool seeing them right now, but I want to see, the progression.
Yeah, the well-oiled machine at that point. Yeah, I could definitely see how that can be effective. But I have to say, it's a power four around here. Okay. And I will say that the power four, we gotta talk about this right now from what we've seen.
So far. Okay.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
So we're gonna go down from 4 on up. How about that? We're gonna go from 4 on up?
4 on up.
Oh, 4 on up. Now you go ahead with 4.
4 spot. I'm probably gonna have to give the 4 spot probably to Beach.
Beach. Okay, Beach is. I think they're very solid. That Trey Scott is a load of a running back, and they got a great defense. I think they're young
9,
too.
The running back.
Yeah, number 9, Trey Scott. Yeah, he's something. Trey Shot Humphreys,
sure.
He gets busy. He's a load to put down. And I really like how they got some young pieces in there. Caleb Presley is a great. He made the defensive stop to win the game against Seattle Prep, even though that was a crazy game.
It was.
Okay, because
It was.
because
it started off real slow, and after that, like the score kind of like maintained throughout the whole game, and then towards the end, it was like a little, it was getting real iffy. It's like, who's gonna win the game? Like,
and then Seattle Prep did an onside, and got it. It was crazy. I couldn't believe that. But Caleb Presley, they did a trick play. Caleb Presley came up with an interception. Big shout out to Caleb Presley and getting that interception as well. But I think Rainier Beach, they got a big test this Friday at Lumen Field. Big test. Okay, they playing the Fighting Irish, and Fighting Irish is always in the game. You hear me? And that's gonna be a great game. They haven't played in 2 years. Last year was COVID; they didn't play, and I think they itching at the bit right now.
Them guys is on the way, Proof.
Okay, you know what? I am talking to an alumni. I gotta relax. I understand. I gotta relax. I do.
I just know how they're coming.
Okay. Well, okay. You're right. Now, number 3. So I gotta pick number 3. Number 3 is Eastside Catholic to me, because I haven't seen how good that quarterback is. They really beat Kennedy with their running game a lot. They did a couple dinks and dunks, but I want to see if he can actually withstand the pressure. The running back is pretty nice, but I just think they got a freshman running back that they're really hoping to come back before the season ends. So we're going to see how Eastside Catholic is. Right now, it's kind of up in the air. All 4 of them kind of up in the air. They got to play each other. But I think right now, Eastside Catholic's number 3 for me.
I mean, for me, it's kind of a toss up, but I think it's a toss up between Garfield, for sure, Garfield and Eastside, because I remember the game last year. I was there for that. That was a very close game too. That came down to the wire, so it's very up in the air to me. So I'm very interested to see the rematch for real. So.
I am too. But right now we got to put Eastside at 3. I think Eastside at 3 right now, but I think the steam's going to be rolling. And when they get to Garfield, I think it's going to be a real determining game, I think.
No, most definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And now who you got on at 2? Since we got Eastside Catholic, who you got at 2?
Oh, Garfield.
I think Garfield's going to be young. They're very experienced now. I think most of those kids
that's
that they have.
That's one of those teams that's, like I said, you want to see the progression.
Yeah, because, they was freshmen. They got so many lumps freshman and sophomore year that now they're trying to give lumps now. And I think, as the wheels start turning and everybody's on one accord, I think Garfield's going to be somebody to watch out for. That's for sure.
They got a number 9 themselves, too.
And listen, that Michael Montgomery. Hey man, Cuddy, put me on here. Number 9. Okay, are you hearing me? Michael Montgomery is the best defensive player in the state. And if you want to argue that, that's fine by me. But you got to show me somebody better right now.
Provide the film.
Please provide that. Okay, we went to the game in Lake Stevens, which Lake Stevens number 1 at the time. They was number 1 in 4A.
Yeah, they were.
Okay, the boy had about 15 tackles and 2 interceptions. He can put his hand in the dirt and he can cover. That's a hot commodity right now. Okay, and I just got to say that right now so everybody can say. Now, number 1, I have to say this. I'm not, I ain't got no ties to nobody, but I got some alumni that's here. Okay, and I gotta say it because look now, Cuddy's over in the back saying, "Come on." I understand that. Listen, number 1 is O'Day. I think they're disciplined. And Jason Brown is the most prolific running back in this. I mean, I've seen him wiggle out a lot of things right now. And I think getting Papa back into the swing of things, getting him on that old offensive line, showing his massive girth. I think they got a lot of people on the defensive end that's showing their worth as well. I cannot wait to see this game against O'Day versus Rainier Beach. I think this is going to be a tell and tale of who's going to be, trying to nudge for that top position. For right now, our power 4, O'Day's number 1. I don't see too much downfall in that. They put hands and feet on Blanchette. Then they put, and then they beat Bothell. And, that's my patent, too, hands and feet. Don't act like nobody else said that, okay? Yeah. Now I got to make sure they know that. I'm the Dickie V of this round here, okay? Yeah, big shout out to Dick Vitale, one of my inspirations always. But I think this O'Day versus Rainier Beach. Now, I know you already got O'Day. You're not going to pick nobody else. But I'm going to say like this. for O'Day to actually win, they're going to have to force that line of scrimmage. They're going to have to control the line of scrimmage. And they're going to have to find somebody other than Trey Scott Humphreys. They're going to have to find another playmaker on offense that can wiggle their way out of it and get them first downs. If they can control the line of scrimmage and get first downs, they'll be right there in the thick of things. And they're going to have to start Jason Brown. And I don't know nobody in the state right now that actually can stop him. But if you can contain him, you'll be okay. You'll be in the game. But that's going to be you know what? You picked O'Day, so I'm going to just let you go ahead and yeah, I'm not picking nobody. That ain't my stilo. But Garfield versus Seattle Prep. Who you got for that one though?
Oh no,
because both of them at Lumen Field, by the way.
I got Garfield. Garfield for sure.
Okay, Garfield for sure.
Yeah,
I think Garfield's going to win. I think Seattle Prep is right there. I think discipline-wise, they're very good, but they don't have a lot of athletes around the board.
I don't know. From what I saw last week, I'm not seeing much of them giving a push.
Okay, you're right. Yeah,
it's not looking too high.
It's not looking too high for the Blue Panthers. Okay, roll Prep. I understand that. I always support Prep, but right now you just. I don't know if you got it right now. Is what my partner saying. And I gotta kind of agree with you. I think Garfield right now has a lot of great talent, and they're working well together. I think that offense is suited for the quarterback right now, and he's comfortable in it. And I think Seattle Prep's going to be in a world of trouble, especially with that defense. I think Garfield's defense, and I said Michael Montgomery, but they got a lot of defensive players that really swarm after the ball. Raya is over there. They got so many kids over there that can actually be interchangeable to put their hand in the dirt. They can bag back and cover. So it's going to be a great matchup against Seattle Prep. I really, it's some games I want to see. We ain't going to talk about it right now. I understand we ain't going to talk about it, but Rainier Beach versus Oaks Day is our game of the week. And make sure you understand, if you don't see Converge in the roundup, me and Shay off on the sidelines covering this game, y'all protest the games, okay? I ain't going to say that. But, we're going to get in the game. We got a special guest coming up after you, right? And we're going to see if we can, wiggle our way off in there. Because the roundup got to come in there. Cuddy, you coming with us, Cuddy? Hey, man, but look on the lookout, man. It's the roundup pregame show. We're going to have a lot of things in store. Oh, I cannot wait, y'all. I mean, y'all see it on me right now. But I just wanted to let y'all know that we're going to be coming to games, and we're going to do pregame and after game, and we might even do live stream, but we really want to make sure we uplift these athletes in here and everybody that's helping these kids be productive men and citizens in here. But Shay, man, I can't wait till Friday night, man.
Hey, come on.
Oh, man. So coming up next after this break, the head coach of Garfield Bulldogs, Reggie Witherspoon.
Hey guys, Basic Gordon here. On September 18th, we're all going to Cheney Stadium for the Summer Sky Music Festival, featuring performances by Moneybag Yo, Glorilla, Tory Lanez, Polo G, and more. Grab your tickets right now at Ticketmaster.com and use code CONVERGE for a discount.
Baseball is a beautiful game, especially when played in community. Earlier this summer, Baseball Beyond Borders took a powerful, eye-opening journey through the heart of the South, which included baseball, civil rights, and reconciliation. Our Young Kings hosted a baseball clinic at Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi, and hit the road to Montgomery, Alabama by way of the historic Edmund Pettus Bridge to visit the Equal Justice Initiative Museum and Memorial, all in an effort to ground our Kings in their history and find serenity in the sport they love to preserve the cultural legacy. Join Baseball Beyond Borders on September 27th for the premiere of our film, Reconciliation Tour, at T-Mobile Park's Ellis Pavilion from 3 to 5 p.m. Hear from those on the front line as well as special guests as we elevate our promise to bring healing through play. For tickets or to donate, visit baseballbeyond.org or check our social media platforms.
Hey, what's going on? It's the Truth with Proof Show, and I am your host, your main man, Proofing the Play, and I got the head coach of the Garfield Bulldogs, Reggie Witherspoon. How you doing, family?
Man, I'm great. I'm blessed to be here, man. I appreciate the opportunity.
Man, I appreciate you coming to the show. I want you to just dive in real fast and just how did you end up saying, I wanted to be a coach, man. You were a player first, and then, everybody that plays the game can't translate to coaching the game. So how did you transition and say, this is what you wanted to do?
For me, it was more so my purpose and my gift for just touching young men initially, right? And I was trying to figure out what can I do to give back in a positive way that these young men's future selves can thank them for. And I said, I got it, football. Let me just try football. I've been doing it all my life. Was pretty good at it. Was blessed to play college ball. Had the opportunity to play in BC Lions, was released. But that whole experience that I went through allowed me the opportunity to try to give back to these young men. And so I started off back in, I think it was 2009, actually, coaching Kent Knights, junior football. And I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy it as much because it's different from that lens, right? I'm used to having a helmet, shoulder pads, playing ball, but actually coaching young men. So once I got my foot in the door, I fell in love with the idea that I'm coaching and actually touching young men. And so from there, it started, man, and I just kind of applied for different spots, different jobs, and got asked to coach different places, different opportunities. So it's been a blessing so far.
Yeah, man. One thing that you touched on was touching the kids. And I think some people don't grasp the understanding of how important a coach is to some of these young kids, because for the most part, most of these coaches don't understand that, this might be their place of, sanity, their place of peace. And I wanted to touch on, how do you take that ownership of being a coach? Because I feel like coaches are teachers. How do you take that on and really provide some leadership to these young men? Because it's hard, especially being in a public school and things happen, and it's all different type of situations, but you're trying to actually make great men out here. So, tell me about that. How is it trying to transition in that responsibility? Is it tough for you?
Not necessarily. And the reason why is I grew up in the same community that I'm coaching in, right, at Garfield High School. I went to Rainier Beach High School, class of 2000. My pop's church to this day is still in 23rd and Union. So I was back and forth a lot from Rainier Beach to Garfield, or that area, I should say. But at first, initially, you got to know the culture of the city that you're in, community that you're coaching in, right? Historically, if you look back, Central District, Seattle, right, it was a lot of gang activity, a lot of African-American males and females that kind of really resonated in the Central District of Seattle.
Yes.
And so it's no longer the same necessarily, but the culture there, the history there is still the same. And these young men and young women come from different various backgrounds, some broken homes, some fully family homes. So it's my job as a head coach to figure out the personalities of these young men, to learn these young men. And I tell my coaches all the time, our biggest component is player development. So we have to develop these guys on the field and both off the field. And so in doing so, it ensures that we are for sure, each one teach one, reaching lives one at a time, as much as we can. And it's been great, man. It's been a great journey so far.
Man, and you know what? I've been there for most of the road for the most part, and I just love your growth.
Yeah.
Each time you try to elevate and try to get better, and then when you got to Garfield, you're taking lumps just like the kids are, but you're learning as you're going.
Absolutely.
And I think, this is what, your fourth?
Yeah, this is my fourth year. Head coach. I took over intern, but this is my fourth year.
Well, I feel the intern wasn't the intern. I think that was just
last minute.
And so those 4 years you've been there, I've seen the progress, right? And in this fourth year, I feel like you're a senior now in coaching high school football, and I think that you're being a lot more calmer in situations that I didn't see you as calm when you first started.
For sure.
And now, you got goals in mind. You got aspiration. I think these kids have aspiration. How do you kind of level that off and set a standard level for what we're trying to do?
Absolutely. So me personally, we meet every year prior to our season starting, and we go through our team objectives, who we are, our philosophy, the whole nine. And most important is giving these young men an opportunity to see what it is that I see for them. And I create this platform that this is what I see us playing December 3rd. these are the things it's going to take for us to get there. And for me, the biggest component that keeps us together is them trusting my leadership. I don't have it all together and I don't know it all, right? But I'm always learning. And I feel like my way successful in this sport is simply doing it one day at a time, 1 week at a time, instilling discipline, values, character, integrity, all those things into these young men. And when you get that and you come up with that ingredient, man, the sky's the limit for these young men. And I'm seeing it come into fruition even now with the young men we have. Because like you said, it feels like more of a senior year for me. I'm a lot more comfortable, a lot more relaxed, but very confident in what we got.
Yeah, I can tell the confidence. I can tell your seniors and your juniors are very confident in themselves, but then confident in what you guys are giving them.
Right.
So they know what plays you're running. So they'll be confident in each play that you're giving out to them, which is a great thing. Now, I have to bag back for a second because I want to know from you, because you being a high school coach, what is the biggest take that you would say freshmen have to have the biggest adjustment when they come to high school as far as football goes?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, for one, accountability. I preach that, I teach that day in and day out because, again, these are young men who we're trying to prepare for life after football. Football doesn't last forever. This is simply just something to do for a lot of these young men, right? But if we can teach these young men so many different values that their future self will thank them for and that will prepare them for the real world, now we're doing our job. So the accountability piece is something that a lot of freshmen struggle with, Justin, being on time, not being late to meetings and weight room, and but just giving max effort. But really now we transition a little bit into the mental part of the game, right? A lot of the guys are bigger, they're faster, they're stronger. And I tell my players all the time, it's a one-on-one battle, the mental versus the physical, right? And at this point now, you got to figure out, how can I overcome this mental barrier that is standing in the way from me succeeding on the football field or off the football field, or the 7 a.m. workouts or the mandatory weightlifting sort of thing. And so I pay attention to see which guys can do what. Skill-wise, you're going to have a lot of guys, right? We're Garfield High School. We're going to have skilled guys all day, every day.
Yeah.
But for us, it's more so trying to get these guys to understand the bigger picture of football. And it starts as a freshman. And then some guys, as are now seniors, now you can see the growth since they were freshman year.
I definitely think they were a fish out of water freshman year, because high school football is totally different than youth football.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at times, at youth football, nowadays it's about just winning, baby.
Yeah.
And the developmental piece of gaining accountability, they have to be retaught, because they come into an environment where there's no nonsense about accountability.
Absolutely.
And I think that it's a major adjustment, but once they find out, it's structure in that, I think they blossom. And I can see them from your seniors that you have now.
Yeah.
They're blossoming. They're taking accountability. Yes, it was my bad. I'll work on it. They won't get down on themselves, but they understand the assignment.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I want to appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And we got all of that out the way.
Yeah.
The season started, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's here.
And you 2-0.
Yep.
I mean, you doing a little thing. I mean, you got a game on Friday.
Yeah.
Seattle Prep coming to roll prep. They coming off in the Lumen Field.
Absolutely.
6:00 now.
Yeah.
Okay. And they gonna try to, they ain't trying to get embarrassed off in Lumen Field.
No.
Okay. They ain't gonna try to do that. I don't think Prep gonna try to roll off in there. Now they done beat O'Day first time in 40 years. They got some confidence, but they ain't got the seniors they had from last year either.
Right.
So now, Coach, you only doing 1 week at a time.
Absolutely.
So, what you feel about this game this week?
Well, big shout out to Coach Aaron Mall, who's the head coach of Seattle Prep.
Yes, big shout out to him. I got to get him on the show.
He's a good friend of mine. He is a very well coached individual who I have the highest regard and respect for. I tell my players all the time, I don't care about a record. I don't care about personnel. You must respect who you're playing. This game is so psychological, right? If I'm coming in on a Monday telling our players, hey, man, they're 1-1. They don't got this, they got that, but we don't have this and we got that. Now I'm getting into their head psychological. So now in their minds, we got the game won. So what happens is you roll into Friday, and that same mentality progresses throughout the week, and it shows on Friday. So it doesn't matter who we play. We're going to respect our opponent and approach and prepare the exact same way every single week. And that's something I had to learn over the last couple of years. Is it takes a maturity within myself, my staff, but more importantly in our players. And so we're going to be ready on Friday. Like I said, our confidence is pretty high, but we got to be confident, right? The odds are against us. A lot of teams didn't have us win in week 1 against the number 1 team in the state. So, for us, that I scheduled that game to set the tone, not to define who we are, but to dictate a little bit of the direction we're headed in, right? And I challenged my guys before the game started, week 1, is I said, this doesn't define our season, win or lose, but it's going to dictate a whole lot of who we are. And I'm going to find out in about 5 minutes who we are. And they stepped up to the plate. So it was great to see.
Oh, definitely a great thing to see.
Yeah.
Okay. It was very good to see.
Yeah.
I will say that, but you just, hey, I understand you got it 1 week at a time, or let it at. I can't just wait on 1 week at a time. It's a couple games, and I am excited for. I've got chills to even think about, but I ain't fit to say it right now. But I'm gonna say good luck to you on your season.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna always be there as usual, covering. I'm Northwest
Absolutely.
ESPN. I gotta have it.
Absolutely.
But what are something before we get out of here?
Mm-hmm.
What is something that you would tell a ball player that ain't getting looked at too much, but ain't worked that hard either?
Great question, because I deal with players. Well, I've dealt with players every year of that magnitude for the last 5 years I've been at Garfield. And the number one question I ask them is, how bad do you want it? Do you want it? But more importantly, parallel to that is, what's your why? Why do you play football? If you can't answer the why you play the sport, you're leaving things up in the air to just happen at its own risk, right? You got to have a greater purpose as to why you play the sport. This sport isn't for anybody, right? And
last of the gladiator sport, that's for sure.
It's not for everybody.
The last of the gladiator sport.
Absolutely.
That and wrestling, that's it. That's the only manly, that's the only ones you're going to get with that.
Yeah, and I'm very transparent with my players because I feel like for me to be transparent, I'm helping them. I'm setting them up for success. If I tell them what they want to hear, now I'm setting them up for failure. And so to answer your question and whole proof really is commitment. If you're not committed to the workout, to the regiment, you can't expect this thing to be a light switch. You turn it on, all of a sudden you're ready to play ball. It's not going to work that way. Your body remembers how you prepare. How you prepare is going to be how you play. And that's with everything in life. How you prepare off the field is going to be how you perform in life. And so for me, it's all about life lessons, man. That's it. Winning, it comes and goes, but everything else is null and void.
And there's some wise words to go by, man.
You,
for real, man. I really appreciate you coming on to the Truth or Proof show.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
Oh, I'm gonna be at Lumen Field. Do not
6:45.
6:40. It's 6:45. The game of the week is at 4:00, so I'm gonna be there a little early. I'm just saying, that's all I got to tell y'all. I'm really, really pumped about just high school sports. You know how I am about high school sports. Just seeing my kid, my baller homies progress. Mm-hmm. And going after their dreams, because I'm trying to go after mine, and they're an inspiration to me when I see them going after theirs too.
Absolutely.
When I see Michael Montgomery telling them that I want this, I don't want nobody else to want it for me. I want it.
Yep.
And he told me, he looked me in my eyes when he said it. Mm-hmm. It was different.
Yeah.
From freshman year to now, it was a different mentality when he said I want it. He didn't say I want this for somebody else. He said he wanted it. Yep. So it made me, respect everything else after he said that.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate you and all that you do for our community and the community of Garfield. But you got to rumble. You got to you better start barking.
That's who we are.
Friday night is you got to start barking. Now, coming up next, after this break, I got some boiled peanuts, south to west boiled peanut. I ain't never had boiled peanut. Hey, Cuddy, you didn't have boiled peanuts? You do not. See, now he's going to try to say he got peanut allergy because he ain't never had none. Listen, man, South to West boiled peanuts is coming up next after this break.
Hey guys, Basic Garden here. On September 18th, we're all going to Cheney Stadium for the Summer Sky Music Festival, featuring performances by Moneybagg Yo, Glorilla, Tory Lanez, Polo G, and more. Grab your tickets right now at Ticketmaster.com and use code CONVERGE for a discount.
Hey y'all, my name is Nicole Harvey and I proudly serve as the Director of Community and Family Engagement at Seattle Jazz Ed, and I'm here to let y'all know that we're getting to launch our fall programming the first week of October. So if you're a student or you know a student between the grades 4 through 12 that is interested in playing music, whether they're a beginner or they've been playing for a long time, we have saved a seat for you. For more information, please visit our website at www.seattlejazzed.org. All of our programs and classes are offered on a sliding scale tuition policy, which means that families get to choose what they pay, no questions asked. We also have free loaner instruments available for every student to use. If you have questions, you're welcome to contact us via email or by phone at programs@seattlejazzed.org or 206-324-5299.
Hey, what's going on? It's the Truth with Proof Show, and I'm your host, your main man, Proofing the Play, and I got
Shelton.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this. Okay, because you know I love everybody, but I rate food 1 through 5. But you got something right now I ain't tasted it before.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know I gotta first let me introduce him. Shelton, the owner of South to West Boiled Peanuts. How are you, family?
I'm doing okay. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Man, no worry about it, Shelton. Now, how did you get into boiling peanuts? That's what I need to know.
All right. Well, I'm from Florida.
What part of Florida?
Sanford, Florida.
Okay, Sanford. That's up north from Orlando, isn't it?
Orlando. Yeah.
Come on now.
Bokeh. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you know, I went to Oak Ridge High, so
Okay.
okay, you know what time it is.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
You know about these pioneers.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, go ahead. You in Florida.
I moved here in 2017, 2018. I went looking for boiled peanuts, and they were like, "You're not going to find boiled peanuts around here." And I was like, "Why not?" So then later on, we found them in the store, but it was in a can, and that can is processed with preservatives and all these things that make them last longer than they should. So when I realized that's all they had, the light bulb went off, and I found the South to West boiled peanuts. So I'm bringing the South to the West.
Okay, so boiled peanuts, huh?
Yeah, boiled peanuts.
So that's the thing in the South like that, huh?
Oh, yeah,
You know, I was in the South, but I ain't get with the exquisite meal, the exotic taste.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But so that's okay.
Yeah,
so,
it's an acquired taste, but you'll find this at every gas station on the side of the road.
In the South, yes, you
in
do.
the South, yeah.
Yes.
And over in Hawaii too.
Oh, and so do you get different flavors of boiled peanuts?
So most things you find back at home is like a regular and occasion. We have 13 flavors total, so that's part of our West Coast nut phenomenon that we created out here. Well, we got
the nut phenomenon.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, West Coast nut phenomenon.
You know how to brand yourself. I liked you. Okay, the nut phenomenon. I ain't heard of that one. That was new.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 13 flavors?
13 flavors.
You almost like Baskin and Robbins.
That's funny you say that. Our goal is to become the Baskin and Robbins of boiled peanuts. So,
hey, how did I know? How did I know you was gonna be the Baskin and Robbins of boiled peanut? Now, what flavors do you got? What's your matter of fact? What's your customers' favorite?
Oh man,
flavors.
So a lot of people go with the they love the spicy. Some of the more exotic flavors, lemon pepper, and it's really made with our
got
own
lemon
house
pepper.
sauce.
Hold on, you got lemon pepper.
We got
peanuts?
lemon pepper, yeah.
Okay.
Sweet chili, buffalo ranch, ginger garlic, teriyaki.
You got teriyaki peanuts, man.
Oh yeah.
Come on here with you got teriyaki peanuts?
Today we got style curry with us today. Yeah.
Style curry.
Style curry, yeah.
What's the difference between style curry and regular curry?
Oh, so each peanut is named after something. Like for instance, Style is my last name. The spicy is called Ramar Spicy. That's my middle name.
Okay.
And then some of my friends have passed away, so I've named it after them. So each one has a meaning behind it. Each name has a meaning behind it.
Okay. So I guess this part of the show, you know, I love everybody. Lord knows I love everybody. Okay, but I gotta rate this 1 through 5, and it's boiled peanuts curry style.
Curry. Yeah.
Curry. Okay, let me go ahead. Let me. All right, y'all. Y'all see what's going on in here? Boiled peanuts. Let me. Oh, it got a flavor.
Yeah. So what you want to do is crack the shell and eat the internal nut and then throw it external shell.
Okay, so you know how to. But teach me how to do it first.
Just
teach
open it like that.
Yeah, open it up
like that.
Oh, you are a pro.
I mean, feel this side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's good.
Good to me.
Okay, well, you know what? Damn it, it can't be good to you. I got to taste it. Okay. I don't know if I'm just gonna put the whole thing in my mouth and crack it like
just crack the shell. Just crack the shell.
juicy.
It's made with water, so it's gonna have a wet texture to it.
Made with water.
Yeah. Water and the seasonings.
Water and seasoning, huh? Okay, let me get the nut out. Okay. All right, curry nut.
It is an acquired taste, so I don't know.
Who like peanuts out there, man? Y'all coming out here. Let me get a whole nut, because I'm in here tripping. Okay, hold on. Ooh. All right, now I got the whole. Now I'm going to get the flavor in here. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hakuna Matata.
Well, wonderful phrase.
It's an acquired taste.
I like the flavor.
Perfect. Yeah.
I ain't had water nuts before. That's
right.
That's throwing me off a
you
little
probably
bit.
used to roasted nuts, I imagine.
Yeah, you know, a little roasted, roasted.
Yeah. So I try to make them as close to the roasted nuts, but it still got to be boiled peanuts. I still got to be cooked in that water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know how you got the curry is in there strong though.
Yeah, it's strong.
I like that. You said it was curry, and it's curry.
Yeah, it's curry. Yeah, and each flavor is like that. Each one.
Each flavor's like that.
Oh yeah.
Man, this is good.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It's not bad at all. It is a acquired taste.
Yes,
that's for
it
sure.
is. Yeah, it's an acquired
You
taste.
have to taste a couple before you know, you can't just go in. And
Right.
Okay, you got to taste it down. Make sure I can eat this again. Okay, listen. I love everybody though.
Sure.
Lord knows I do. And I just tried something new today. Curry peanuts, watered style. Okay, boiled. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 4 right here because it was acquired taste.
Appreciate it.
But it was exactly what he told me it was. It was curry. And I still taste the curry. I don't taste too much of the peanut as much. The peanut was a little moist.
Yeah.
But the curry was good. Perfect. And it had great flavor.
To hear that. Yes.
So I will say, you guys, matter of fact, I'm not going to say this. You're going to say this. You're going to look in this camera right here, and you're going to tell them where they can get South to West boiled peanuts, the Baskin and Robbins of boiled peanuts.
So we're pioneering boiled peanuts here in Seattle. So if you just go to Boiled Peanuts Seattle, we'll be the number one company that pops up. We got 13 flavors. You can visit us at south2westboiledpeanuts.com. You can give me a call at 206-434-7953. We take deliveries. We ship nationwide. So if you want the peanuts, just find South to West Boiled Peanuts, and we'll be sure to get these peanuts in hand to you.
And are you in any pop-ups or anything? You gonna go to
absolutely.
Okay, I will tell you now, you might want to start going to the games or something and get the tailgate going on. I mean, I'm just saying. I know it's some more people from Florida that want to boil peanuts.
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh yeah, man. Listen, I really appreciate you coming on the show and giving us the South to West peanuts and all the Baskin and Robbins of boiled peanuts. I didn't even know they had that many flavors, but you showed me a whole lot today. So Cuddy, I appreciate you being here. Shaylon, you know what time it is. It's Friday, and we about to go to Lumen Field to see O'Day versus Rainier Beach. I want to give a big shout out to Reggie Witherspoon for coming on the show. All the other head coaches, please, if you need to, come on through to the Truth or Proof show. We could talk some football, ain't it right, Shay? Oh, yeah, that's what it is. And I will say, ending it like this, I really am blessed to do the things that I want to do. This was a dream of mine, and I got to keep going forward to maintain it. So I am going to keep going forward, and I love inspiration like this, where people are doing things that they see that they can do, and then they end up loving and having a passion for it. I will say this. We all we got, but damn it, that's all we need. Till next Tuesday at 8:30, it's the Truth or Proof show, and I'm your host, your main man, Proofing the Play. boiled peanut style. I'm at.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.